Hello folks and welcome back to Stellaris. It's been a long time since I've actually last played Stellaris here on the channel. So we're going to be opening it up with a stream of Cherryh Stellaris 2.0. So 2.0 brings quite a few changes. Warp travel is gone, wormhole travel. Warp travel is at least gone in the traditional sense, as is wormhole travel. Most travel is now done through hyperspace. There are wormholes that you can find and then eventually stabilize and explore. What else has changed? Well, quite a few things as far as combat goes. Fleets are now limited as far as how many ships can be in them, or how much command capacity can be in them. Hello there, Strategy. Welcome to the stream. Yes, we are doing Stellaris here today. So, yeah, let's get started. So I've already built the species that I'm going to be using. I'm doing a different version of the gray aliens from general sci-fi. So these guys are a theocratic dictatorship. They have the police state, I forgot what it's called. It's not a trait because these are the traits, but they have the police state, whatever. Okay, I gotta figure out what this is called. Otherwise it's gonna bother me. Not ethic. Ship, empire, traits. Oh, civics, that's what it is, okay. So they have the police state civic, as well as the post-apocalyptic civic, which gives them the survivor trait. Capital starts as a tomb world. They have plus 70% tomb world habitability, and their leader lifespan is plus 10 years. Now they are a xenophile and a fanatic spiritualist empire. Hello there, Gerardo. What else with these guys? So they have survivor. Excuse me. Then they're also intelligent. I figure most of the gray aliens in sci-fi are seen as rather intelligent, as well as weak, so they won't be very good as far as their armies go. They are enduring though, so they have an extra 20 years, along with the survivor, so 30 years to their leaders, which is a little boost. They're sedentary, so they don't migrate very fast. And they are quick learners. So overall, this should give them some pretty decent leadership bonuses between the quick learners and enduring. So, as for their biography, the Grey have traveled the galaxy for many years in search of new species to study. Their homeworld, Diamond, was wiped clean of all life generations ago, as the Grey warred with each other. Now seeking a higher purpose, the Grey work towards enlightenment of all species in the galaxy and prepare to meet their maker. Alright, so let's get started here. Galaxy size, I think we'll do a medium galaxy shape. Spiral galaxies seem to work best. They also present several different choke points that can be used. I was doing a little test with AI empires earlier, and 9 seems to be a little much. So we'll actually bring it down to 6. We'll advanced AI starts. You know what? We're only going to do 1. Fallen empires, we'll have 2 fallen empires. Marauder empires. Now these guys are new. These guys are like raiders that you can hire on to do various things for you and that sort of thing. They also have a tendency to raid your factions. It's also so. Ooh, tech tradition cost. I didn't see this when I was looking through it earlier. So this controls how quickly technology and traditions are gained by regular empires. The higher it is, the longer it will take to unlock individual traditions and technologies. I think we'll leave it at 1x for now. Then we got primitive civilizations, crisis strength, which controls the appearance and fleet strength of endgame crises. Well, I don't do very well with them, so we're just going to bring that down to like 0.25. Shh, don't tell anyone. Strategy's asking how I'm doing. I'm doing alright. Been messing around with Stellaris a little bit today, so haven't gotten too far with it yet though, so still plenty of opportunity to discover things here. Let's see, what else? Advanced neighbors, we'll leave that off. Empire placement, I think random is an alright thing. Hyperlane density multiplies the standard number of hyperlanes that will be generated in the galaxy. I think we'll just leave it at 1x. Abandoned gateways and wormhole pairs both have to do with, well, a gateway is like a wormhole that can go anywhere, and the wormholes pairs are pairs of wormholes that are connected to each other. We'll leave both of those at the standard setting. There's also this mid-game and end-game start years, which determine when the mid-game crisis and end-game crisis can show up, so. But I think we're ready to go, so let's play. Yeah, the game I did earlier kinda got my butt handed to me, so hopefully things will go better this time. Alright, in the eon since the first primitive... Oh, I did kind of mess up the name. I probably should have just left it as Gray. Oh well. Communities took shape on the windy plains of Diamond. Our civilization has spread and prospered. But Gray society was not always united towards a common goal. In centuries past, mounting tensions between competing nations came to an apocalyptic head in a global thermonuclear war that claimed the lives of billions, and forever marred the surface of Diamond. In the decades to follow, surviving Gray faced radiological contamination, mutations, famine, and violent tribalism. It was in this grim crucible that the Gray Advance was truly forged, and with it a new world order. Now after the discovery of the Hyperlane network, the finest minds of the Gray Advance have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. I love the art of the game. Good luck and have fun. Oh, you're going to school. Well, good luck there, strategy. Yeah, Stellaris does have a really nice look to it overall. I mean, you know, especially when you like zoom in and then like get rid of some of the UI here. Uh-oh. Except for that where it kind of disappears on its own, but yeah, there are some really nice visuals in this game, so Paradox did a good job as far as getting that set up. So our first research, generally I like to do the physics labs and biology and engineering labs, so we'll work on those. Don't have that option here though. So we do have some new technology. Couldn't think of the name. Research available. So starbase buildings have to do with what is available on the starbase. So starbases have pretty much replaced the starports that were originally in Stellaris that used to be over each planet. Now they're simply located over the system star. So it's also how you go about expanding your region, is building various little outpost starports and that sort of thing. Alright, so for this, you know what, we'll go for the addition to Unity. And then we also have campaigns, which are like shorter edicts that cost energy. So yeah, we'll start with that. And then finally the engineering facility will do. Okay. So let's actually speed it up a little bit. And we'll also want to build up some mining stations. Alright, so let's take a look at our planet itself. So it is a wasteland area. So let's see. So like any starting planet, it has a little bit of technology and then general just resource tiles spread throughout. There's also been a change as far as armies go. So armies, you can no longer build defensive armies as you could before. If you build an assault army, they just go into a transport and orbit a planet. So you can't even leave an assault army on a planet. Instead, defensive armies are actually focused on, are created from buildings. Let's see. So I do have an example here. Stronghold protects armies from orbital bombardment, also provides 3 defense armies, and reduces unrest as well. The ISS Cathrox has made a startling find on Murust 2. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Diamond. Alright, well, good for them. So if we look over here, it's a tundra world, and if I remember correctly, I think we are a tundra species. Let's see. Species, right? Should show it, yes. So we do have a tundra preference, even though we also have a tomb world preference. We'll give it a little boost again. Now, also looking back at shipyards, you'll see that there's about the same number of modules as there were before, but there's also buildings. So they've kind of split up the purposes of each of the modules that you used to have all in one starports to 2 separate areas.
Scan complete.
So for example, the buildings here can do crew quarters to reduce, like before you would reduce the costs of a unit. But you also have some things that help in combat as well. Then you also have the resource silo, which increases storage, and a hydroponics bay. Modules, you have the shipyards, you have anchorages, which increase naval capacity, which is similar to what starports used to do, but starports did it just automatically. This time you actually have to build the anchorage. Then you have gun and missile batteries, which increase the defensive buildings that are on the starports. And also now, starports actually upgrade as your units upgrade. So, or not units, technology. So they're not as flimsy anymore. Though don't get me wrong, starports can still fall apart. Alright, so I want to be a research-focused group here, so we're going to do discovery. And we'll also build another science ship. And build an outpost out here. Now you'll notice that the borders only extend around this area. We'll leave it be for now. So the reason for that is the way borders work, there's no longer a border range, quote unquote. It's more of just for a particular system. And it all depends on who owns the starport for that system. It's a better way to do things, I think, overall. You won't have the kind of weird things anymore, I don't think anyways, where you have a system with multiple stripes of people owning it and no one can make use of any of those stations that are there and that sort of thing. Alright, another science ship. Oh, let's see. Propulsion, yeah, we'll do that. Now, could I actually put him... Maniacal... you know what? Let's put the maniacal guy for this one. That one will do that one. And this will assign this guy. That should be a good amount. You'll also notice that science ships have a new right-click option. That is the Explore System option. It's pretty much to go to a system. You'll notice if I click on my military fleet here, they actually can't go to a system. So a science ship is actually required to explore a system before you can actually reach it. Let's do research alternatives. I think that might be alright for us.
Anomaly detected.
Oh, this one only 5% failure. Let's do that one. Hopefully we won't have any issues with it.
Construction online.
Small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Zarmatan 5. It appears to be an ancient survey marker, placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. Weeks after ISS Denorzo's latest fruitful exploration survey, Grey xenologists, whatever, are practically falling over themselves to publish their takes on the findings on Zarmatan 5. This fevered storm in the scientific community has had some negative yet temporary impact on the pursuits in other fields. I guess that's just a remarkable thing. So probably certain edicts or whatever, not edicts, civics, would probably lead to certain other responses to that event.
System charted.
So we've recovered artifacts from an ancient civilization on Zarmatan, the Cybrex. So we're starting
Situation log updated.
with the Cybrex precursors for this one.
System charted.
Now, one bad thing currently about this update is the fleet manager is a little wonky. So you'll notice that this has... You can increase...
Discovered.
Hold on. We'll pause it there for a moment. Okay, let's do armor. Okay, back to the fleet manager. So you'll look here and you can increase the number of ships sort of set for that fleet by doing the increase option here. And it works pretty well until you get to the point of having to upgrade ships very often. And for whatever reason, sometimes it gets wonky and adds these ships as separate from the unupgraded ones or something like that. Oh. Needless to say, this can get a little funky sometimes. So I think we are just going to rely on designed ships of our own and then go from there. Alright, what to name this guy? Let's name him the Beamer, I guess, for now. And we'll add 3 ships to the fleet. Alright, so let's get you guys
detected.
doing more of that. And we definitely want this system down here, especially for the physics research.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, so these old ones I'm just going to get rid of. And then we'll rely solely on our own ships for the time being. colossal space battle occurred in high orbit over Foy 1 some 600,000 years ago, with ships from at least 5 different fleets participating. One of the fleets belonged to the Cybrex, although the vast majority of orbital debris seems to come from other participants.
Situation log updated.
Interesting, though I don't think
Situation
we'll
log
have
updated.
anyone... Nope, we're not at level 4 yet. Not even close. This reminds me of Homeworld.
Construction online.
Kinda a little bit, in one way or another.
System charted.
I mean, Homeworld is focused all on one system at a time. Whereas Stellaris, you do a whole galaxy worth of areas. Also, I just realized this is an awesome location for us to start at, because we have a natural, like, choke point. We don't have to worry about this area here.
Discovered.
Administrative AI? I think so. An unidentified empire.
Technology discovered.
I'm assuming that's an ancient, some other alien race there. We have detected the presence of an alien civilization on Aphiri Mandate in the Shulmak system. They appear to be early space age, as evidenced by the many primitive satellites orbiting their homeworld. Their nation-states are on the path toward joining together in a global government, and it is likely only a matter of time before they venture beyond their world and join the galactic community. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. I think so. Oh, yeah. Don't... okay, slow her down just a little bit. Yeah, this game does have similarities to Homeworld, but probably larger in scope. The battles aren't as, like, in-depth in this game as they are in Homeworld, but they're still pretty neat. I mean, you get pretty good battles, you just can't control them directly. Yes, good spawn, but don't be like me, never let your guard down. Anything can happen. Yes, that is very true.
System surveyed.
So I think we'll probably build up a station here as like our first little choke point, just to keep things at bay for the time being. Another thing about this update is you want to try and expand your territory as quickly as possible to make sort of choke points, because with the way that pirates work now, they spawn in any territory close to you that isn't part of your, like, zone of control. So, like, say I take all of these 4 systems and I leave Shulmak alone. It's very possible that Shulmak could be a location where pirates spawn, so... But it's good now that pirates don't spawn actually inside your territory like they used to, so... that's one little bonus. Also, let's go back to the fleet manager here. So, we'll build up those guys, I think, yeah. Also, I need food because I'm starting to run low on that. Do I have any food locations here? No, I don't, so we'll have to build one. Now, I am going spiritualist with this group of gray aliens. The reason for that is just... oh, I kind of envision it as a group of aliens that have kind of, like, they've searched the stars for eons, finding, you know, humans and that sort of thing. But eventually they were kind of... Uh-oh. Slow her down here for a moment. What are we dealing with here? Oh, mining drones. Lovely. Well, the place that we wanted to have cordoned off is already cordoned off for us. Anyways, as I was saying about these gray aliens, I figure they have been searching for eons for, you know, just studying life outside. But the destruction of their homeworld, turning it into a nuclear wasteland, has kind of led them onto a different path.
System charted.
From here, they will try and spread their religion to other locations and that sort of thing.
Construction online. Construction online. Research project concluded.
Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation, established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, the drones possess powerful mining lasers and make obviously threatening, if not outright hostile, overtures toward gray vessels when approached. They may only be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch by the Gray Advance. Let's see what they are made of. Take them out, I think. Yeah, we'll do that.
Situation log updated. Construction online.
Alright, so let's look at our outpost here. So we have passive observation, aggressive observation, or indoctrination. Through subtle influencing of their society and culture, the natives can be brought around to our way of thinking. This mission will make the natives adopt our governing ethics over time. It does cost some energy though, so we might wait on that. A new faction has been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Grey Advance. Led by Patriarch Arcento, they call themselves the Conclave of the Sacrosanct Truths. So these are our spiritualist faction here. What do they want from me? They want a harmonious empire. Adopting harmony traditions will please the Conclave. Homogeneity. Pious minds think alike, and having at least 25% of our population be some form of spiritualist will please the Conclave. And pious polity. Having spiritualist values be reflected in our empire governing ethics will please them. So they're relatively pleased, it's just they want me to adopt harmony. Let's see. It does help population growth, but getting that research speed will help immensely, I think. So I think that's what we're going to focus on first. What did I just do? Put you guys back together. Now we have a Xeno Justice Center, which I think is our pro, let's see, desire for greater value to be put on alien life and culture.
Discovered.
Well, I'm not really doing anything that they like. Legislating a passive study stance on native interference will please the Xeno Justice Center. Well, that's really not what we're looking for, because we're spiritualists. We gotta expand our horizons and that sort of thing.
New technology discovered. Construction online.
Alright, what else do we want to do here? Could do our basic combat rolls, or do the blue laser. We'll do the blue laser, I think. Empowered exoskeletons. You know what, let's do that, because I don't think... Yeah, our spiritualist faction doesn't seem to be against robots per se, so... I love the different types of factions. Yeah, you know, it is pretty nice how they've implemented factions. And it's also nice now that being spiritualist doesn't immediately cut you off from robots and that sort of thing. I don't think it does anyways. You just can't give robots rights though, so if we look at let's see. Policies and edicts. Pre-sapiens. Is this new? Pre-sapiens cannot be selectively purged and planets containing pre-sapiens cannot be terraformed. Then there's tolerated. Pre-sapiens can be selectively purged. Interesting. Well, let's continue building these guys up a little bit. What's that going to take us to? So that'll be 3 more. Still have a lot of work to do, though. Can I upgrade these guys up any? Let's see. Yes, I can.
Construction online. Fleet upgraded.
It looks like we are making a decent amount of influence here. Now, influence isn't used as much as it was. I mean, it's still kind of used for certain things, like various edicts, but you'll see the campaigns as well exist here too. Let's see. Recycling, healthcare, or map the stars. Healthcare might be useful to get once we land on one of these worlds here. I think we'll look for that tundra world that's here, because that's 17 spots.
New technology discovered.
Of course, there. Excuse me. There are some pre-sapiens there as well that we might have to deal with. Okay, I think I understand what this is about now. Intelligent animals are still just animals. They can safely be ignored. I think that's what we're gonna do. Our xenophile guys won't like it, I'm sure. No purges. Too late, guys. Greetings, Cherry. I am what you call an awesome person. Miami 5-0 scream and theme song. Welcome, Diego. Welcome to the stream.
New technology discovered.
Well, I suppose I can try and scoot around where these guys are. Hopefully it'll work. Or I'll lose this guy. One of the two. Aha.
Construction online. System charted. Construction online. New technology discovered.
Yay, I can build robots. I can see myself getting this game and try to conquer the outer systems of the galaxy. Definitely a potential. Yeah, there's actually quite a few ways of playing this game through. The end of Warzone 2100 was bittersweet, but alas, Stellaris and others will take its place. Yes, yes. Also, Diego, if you haven't watched the last 30 minutes or so of Warzone 2100, you definitely should, because, yeah, that was, if you want to see me get pissed off, that is definitely the place to go.
New technology discovered.
Alright, so taking Discovery, finishing that all off, we get plus 10% research speed. Consecrated Worlds. Lasts for 100 years, increases population happiness, increases spiritualist ethics attraction, growth speed, and boosts unity generation. Sounds kind of neat, but right now I think I'm going to focus on, let's see, the technology ascendancy. Because we need the technology. And we are being greeted by the Jahetma Dominion. So they are authoritarian and fanatic pacifists. Praise the divine for this meeting. And the news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time is spreading like wildfire through the Grey Advance. Our citizens are fascinated by these beings, and the media is full of reports and speculation on their culture and society. The revelation that we are not alone in the galaxy has been largely greeted with celebration on Diamond. Just like us, the aliens appear to be relative newcomers on the galactic stage, and their level of technology is similar. So what's the feeling for the Grey Advance? I'm not knowledgeable in their traits and characteristics. Oh yeah, you did join us a little after we started here. So the Grey Advance is this group. I kind of based them off of, you know, the Grey Aliens that... because it's a custom group. It's not one of the groups that are naturally in Stellaris. So I based them off of the general Grey Aliens that you see in most sci-fi. But the thing is that they have bombed their homeworld to nothing. That's why they're starting on a tomb world here. And now they have gone into a spiritualist sort of thing. Fanatical pacifists. Do they use weapons of mass seduction and use bombs of love and happiness? It'd be a interesting little thing to do that. Alright, so the Jahetma are kinda in my way, which could be troublesome. We may have to... oh, their fleet power is superior. Well, that's not good. Well, at the very least, let's upgrade this starport here. But yes, my guys here are fanatic spiritualists, and they're also xenophiles, because I figure most Grey are, you know, known for abducting, whether it be cows or humans and that sort of thing, and whatever they do as far as their probing goes. The classic, I bombed our planets and now we regret our decisions, so we must be spiritual and atone for our sins type of story. Something like that. I don't know if it will be much in the way of atoning, but it'll be something. So we could do capacity overload and all of that. You know what, let's do the basic combat rolls, I think. And I think it is probably getting close to time for us to go and inhabit Mythar 3 here. So let's colonize. And we'll take... oh, forgot. Got to do that. Okay. We'll take that spot. Mythar Prime, sure.
Construction online.
Let's see. So Admiral Kathaxir has learned to carefully nurse her supplies. She's gotten fleet logistician. So reduced upkeep, always a nice thing. We need food here.
Construction online.
I might just have to accept going without for the time being. At least until we can take that other world.
Construction online.
Because we should be able to take it
discovered.
before we run out of food, I think. Oh, hydroponics farm 2. Yes, please.
Blocker removed.
Wow, you're spreading fast. Kinda. Trying to, anyways.
Construction online.
Still a work in progress, though. I mean, if I don't do something about the Jahetma here, I might end up in trouble.
Establishing colony.
And we are building our colony now.
Initiating evasive maneuvers.
Oh, more mining drones over here. $22.28. This seems like a very long time to wait for colonization. Does it take longer than it used to now? I don't remember it lasting 4 years here. Maybe it always did and I just didn't notice. Attack them before they destroy you from the inside, literally. Well, they are fungus, but unfortunately my fleet power is nowhere near what they are. So there's Grim Souls pirates. Where? Oh, it didn't mention where they were coming from. Well, we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Hostile fleet within range.
There they are. Let's go give them a lesson in leaving us alone. Come on, guys. Yes, another change that's been done is using FTL now. You have to be at the edge of a system, and then you have to move to the other edge of the system. So say you come out from the Onyx system, you have to go all the way over here if you want to go to the Lisac system. It's it'll probably make things better overall in the end. It's just, it can be a little difficult, especially when it comes to raiders. So in a way, you may want to have like a separate Corvette fleet solely for taking on raiders, since they have a much higher sublight speed versus destroyers and other similar ships.
New technology discovered.
Alright,
New
mining
technology
network. Yeah, we could probably do that. Or I could do Corvette hull points. We'll do the mining network. Starbase capacity or naval capacity? I think we'll do the naval capacity. Or I could, we'll do the tile blockers. That way we'll be ready to go as soon as it's done.
New technology
Is the goal to
discovered.
conquer everything? I haven't decided what my goal will be for this playthrough. It very well could be to conquer everything and spread like our religion across the cosmos. But at the same time, you know, it could be something else entirely, you know. Defeat the awakened empires and that sort of thing. Have they made any changes to victory conditions here? Let's
System
see.
charted.
Contact, situation, technology, more. I'm trying to remember where you go to look at victory conditions here. Situation log. Okay, victory. So we still have the same victories as before. Domination victory, owning 40% of all habitable planets. Conquest, win the game by conquering or subjugating all other empires. And then the Federation victory, which is a Federation owning 60% of all habitable planets. But I don't know if I'll do a Federation or not. It depends. Certainly a Federation could be useful, but at the same time, it also could be useful to take these Jahetma and just like subjugate them. But if we're going to do that, we need to have a good amount of star bases and build up our fleet.
We've conquered another world.
Alright, so we
System
have
surveyed.
Mythar here now. Purge, systemically decimate and ultimately remove this pop over time. Oh, they're part of the Xenojustice faction. They won't like that then.
Construction online.
Well, I'll see if I can turn these guys religious eventually and then go from there.
Construction online. New technology discovered.
Terraforming is available now.
Receiving transmission.
Interesting, though I don't know if we necessarily need it. So I think I'll do the planetary capital stuff and production targets and that sort of thing. Also, it looks like production targets is now something for the entire empire instead of simply for a planet. Okay. Explains why I didn't find it when I was playing earlier. Oh, they wanted some kind of trade deal and I kind of just ignored it. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. So let's go over here and give some of these to these guys. Got picket or swarm?
Online.
Let's do swarm, I think. Also, another change that's been done is armor. So armor acts kind of like a second shield of sorts, I think. And it like diminishes hull damage or something like that. And then they have to like fight through the armor before they're eventually able to like damage the ship or something like that. Are there different types of ships? There are. So there are, if you look at here, so we have corvettes, and eventually we'll unlock destroyers, cruisers, battleships, titans, which are like even larger battleships, and then there's also the Colossus, which is the super weapon ship. And then each type of class, like corvette and that, have with a couple different variants. So for example, the corvette has a missile boat variant and an interceptor variant. So the missile boat has like missiles or torpedoes, whereas the interceptor gets mass drivers or lasers. Primarily anyways. Alright, what else did we want to do here? We'll do the coil gun. Actually, no, it changed my mind. I don't really want to do the coil gun. I'm going to focus on lasers. So we'll do the mineral processing plant instead.
New technology discovered.
Disruptors, I think, could be pretty useful, because that has 100% shield penetration and 100% armor penetration. So it's a bit different than it was before. Before, disruptors were pretty much an anti-shield sort of weapon, but beyond that didn't do too much damage.
Enhanced.
As you can see, its damage starts from 1 to 18, so it's really not that much damage either. Do I want to do this with these guys? Sure. Because I'm still going to have a little bit before I'm able to move against them. Research agreement with them? Could be useful. I'll do it. I want to conquer these guys, but it may just not work out. Ooh, there's a gateway here in Python. Also, I'm totally neglecting my duties here. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Python system. A strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts. Part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner could potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. Well, that is pretty neat. Very similar to wormholes, it's just instead of accessing a pair, so like one wormhole can go over to this wormhole, say if there's a wormhole here or whatever, whereas the gateway can go to any gateway. So that is definitely a neat little thing. Let's see. Probably build up some of these. Take full advantage of the extra research points that has. Alright, hopefully getting a total of 20 corvettes here will make these guys strong enough to take on those drones. I think it will, but we'll see.
Construction online.
You should keep a few ships behind just in case if you're running low on ships and someone attacks you, you'll have some spare ships to use. It's a good point. Depends on what our naval capacity looks like and all that. Because my main goal is to clear out the drones here so I can take this system. Because that is our choke point, and if I can't get that choke point, things are going to be difficult if I go to war with the Jahetma here. Also, we've discovered more alien forces. I'll research them and see what we find.
New technology discovered. Diplomatic connection established.
The Galactic Kravadox Empire. So they are authoritarian, militarist, and materialist. So we're probably not going to get along much at all.
Construction online.
Alright, let's start work on our destroyers here. And as expected, they have closed off their borders to us. There are drones like all around this space here. Alright, we can increase leaders' lifespan.
Online.
Reduce negative impact on governing ethics. Reduce unrest. Unlock the Paradise Dome. And that helps with the defensive war. Well, let's do leader lifespan. Because that'll help get these guys to like level 5. I also realized that I totally neglected, since I have assist research now, set that guy up.
Construction online.
A Fury mandate descends into nuclear war. A massive war was recently triggered between several of the largest nation-states on a Fury mandate. While our researchers were observing safely from orbit, the conflict rapidly escalated into a global nuclear exchange. The planet's entire population appears to have perished in the nuclear fire, and the environment has taken significant damage. So did that turn into a tomb world? It did! And look at the world being consumed in nuclear fire. I think they set their atmosphere. They nuked their atmosphere there. Well, the good news is that it gives us an opportunity to colonize it now. Yes, whoever owns that point might have an advantage over the other one. Yes, that is my general plan, so as soon as I get these guys ready to go, I'm going to totally go for it, and I should also make sure that my construction ship is in range to go there as soon as we clear it out. Okay, so let's see. See if I can get my research ship over there.
New technology discovered.
Auxiliary fire control increases chance to hit.
Construction
Okay.
online.
Let's see. We can do the physics lab, research alternatives, automatic exploration. We'll do automatic exploration. Even though our science ship is a little not in the best position, I guess. Any other upgrades? Oh, the disruptors now. So if we do comparison of a disruptor and a blue laser, range is much shorter on the disruptor. And it does a lot less damage and has a much higher cooldown. It does have 100% accuracy though. And a little bit better tracking. I think I'm only going to do one disruptor per ship.
Fleet upgrades applied.
And you know what? I'm going to build a shipyard here as well. That way I can further reinforce them if I need to. We have detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon on the edge of the Sinistra system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that, our scientists speculate, may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds. Great way to go out by nuclear weapons that destroys the atmosphere. Yeah, those poor, somewhat more primitive species that we were studying.
New technology discovered. Evading hostiles.
And yet more aliens.
Construction online. Comms initiated.
So we have hand-tech centralized clans. They're fanatics, xenophobes, and authoritarian, which means that they're likely going to be very negative towards us. That's not good. Also, another thing that I've noticed that's changed versus the previous games, or not previous games, previous versions of Stellaris. So this place still has only a reassembled ship shelter for the capital, but they already have access to a mining network 1 instead of the basic mining network and that sort of thing. So that's actually a pretty neat little thing as well. Because before you were kind of stuck when you had like a beginner colony and could only do like a basic mine that only added like one extra mineral or something. There's another choke point right between the other two factions. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is a pretty good choke point, like right there at Isperia, where more of those drones are located.
Discovered.
Star holds. That would be pretty useful. Oh, but I want to do an engineering facility too. We'll do the star hold. I think that'll be useful in the end.
Construction online. Construction online.
Yeah, if I can take over the Jehetma Dominion, I'll have a couple extra strong checkpoints that would actually, or not checkpoints, choke points.
Construction online.
That would be pretty useful. Where this wormhole is one of them, as well as in Isperia. So, I think Jehetma taking that whole location is very much in my interest. I just have to achieve it first. And unfortunately, they have two fleets in their group that kind of make things a little bit more difficult. Alright, building 2 more Corvettes, then we should be ready to go and take out those drones. Let's get our construction ship over here as well.
Construction online.
Oh, and we are running low on food again. So let's do it, because I don't want to potentially have any major issues here. For several months now, we have received scattered reports of small numbers of alien mercenaries and privateers operating on the frontiers of our space. They call themselves the Spyren, and are apparently exiles from a nomadic warrior culture inhabiting overcrowded space stations in and around the XT-81 Singularity system. Their passages near our space proceeded without incident, but they warned us against trespassing in XT-81 Singularity. There's no Spyren central government to speak of, but their various factions are engaged in constant infighting, and often launch raids against neighboring star systems. Indeed, given their vast population and space-based production capability, the Spyren would likely be a significant galactic power if they ever stopped killing each other. Spyren Free Warriors. I think these are like bird people of some kind. Hi, more Dwamax. What you want, foolish Dwamak? What happened to make your face look like that? Reactor accident? Vacuum exposure? Hi! Look at you. We are the Spyren. We hunt Dwamak. If you come to Spyren turf, we make Dwamak stew. Not good for you, yes? Hi! Perhaps you know other Dwamaks. Perhaps you want them to be Dwamak stew. This can be arranged. Spyren not above fighting for Dwamaks against other Dwamaks if price is right. These guys remind me of Skaven already. So where are these guys at anyways? Right over here.
Blocker removed.
Oh, that was block removed. I was wondering what that noise was, or what that voice was saying for a moment. Alright, so our guys are good here to go. Let's see what we can do. We finished... I think we did actually finish our destroyer, yes. So we can do our destroyer here, which we'll do eventually.
Engaging hostile fleets.
Maybe, just maybe, if you build a big enough fleet, you might be able to split up into groups and attack different points, spreading their defenses thin. It's a good point. Especially if we're going up against the Jahet, whatever. Also, another great innovation here is we can actually see what these different forces have now. So you can see the small cutting lasers that the drones have. They're no longer hidden from our sight or whatever. Alright, so the battle seems to be going well, so let's take the time to design a destroyer for us. So we have a picket ship one, a gunship, or the artillery. I think we'll do the picket ship. I think it'll be useful for us. Then I think we'll give them mass drivers overall. Alright, what do we want to call this guy? How about the slug? Mining drone disassembly. The mining drones were destroyed in a heated battle with gray vessels. As luck would have it, their energy cells are by far the sturdiest component used in their construction, and some were recovered by our ships. The technology behind these cells is beyond us at present, but initial tests show we are quite capable of converting their output to energy credits. As the final energy cell bled out, the engineers handling the test noticed a dip in the background radiation. It would appear that the drones are not silent, but have been sporadically broadcasting on unusual frequencies since we first encountered them, possibly ever since they were first deployed. It is unlikely that there is anyone left to receive these transmissions. At any rate, the drones could prove to be potent but limited source of energy, should we be able to find and disable them efficiently enough. So now we have a drone bounty little thing. Not all sections have been assigned. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hey, the Grey Dwamax. We come visit your systems. We save you from growing too rich and fat, yes? Unless you think of reason why you not make good Dwamax stew. Well, let's offer them tribute, I guess. Just to keep them away for the moment. Alright, we'll do a gunship one there as well, I think. Alright, save. Oh, we got that one as well. Okay, save, yes. Go away, Jahetma. This place is gonna be mine. Oh, but I gotta send a science ship there first. Survey. You have to know your enemy to destroy your enemy. Very true, very true.
Receiving transmission.
So the Jahatma want a non-aggression pact, but I'm going to decline for right now. Just for the moment. Their fleet power is still overwhelming though, which is very disappointing. And we've encountered the Rigging Commerce Exchange, one of the stations that are located around the galaxy. Where are they at anyways? I'm sure they're somewhere around here. Alright. Ooh, the curators. Do I have enough for them? Let's see. Curators. Go to you. You are on the far side of the galaxy. How do you know about us already? Well, can we get anything from you? Can you aid us in our research? Let's see. Plus 10% research speed for 1,000 energy credits. Sure. Uh-oh. Vivisandia warriors sighted. For several months now, we have received scattered reports. Oh, it's pretty similar to the other one. Their nomadic warrior culture. Yep. So very similar to the other one. Except that they don't sound like Skaven on their whole talk here. Outsiders, we are the Vivisandia. Unlike the civilized star nations of the galaxy, we have no single master to lord over us. But I have been chosen to convey this message to you on behalf of all of the houses. Do not try to impose your soft and effete ways upon us. You may freely send your alien ships into Vivisandia territory, but do not expect them to return. Our warriors will welcome the diversion, however. Transmit on this frequency only if you wish to offer tribute, or if you have need of mercenaries, as well as means to pay for them. Oh, I gotta finish surveying the whole system before I can...
System surveyed.
Okay, it's surveyed. Build it now. Whew. Okay.
New technology discovered.
That shows fishy.
Evading hostiles.
Oh, lovely. Let me guess, more mining drones? Probably.
Construction
Alright,
online.
so we can improve our assist.
Debris scanned.
Let's do that, you know what? Okay. Slow her down for a moment. Let's take a look here. So you guys, bring you back there. This I'm going to upgrade. And you go back to Diamond and continue to assist research. Oh, that sounds fishy, not shows fishy. I was like, wait, show? Are we watching a show here now? So the Huntech have closed themselves off to us. Well, lovely. Also, apparently the Kravadox Empire opened back up to us. Whatever.
Construction online.
Oh, drone bounty. So, okay, I see now. Energy credits per fleet defeated. That could be interesting. And we're maxed out now on that. Let's see. We'll do production targets. You know what? Do farming subsidies too for the time being.
Construction online. New technology discovered.
Ooh, that Lisek
System surveyed.
4 there is pretty sweet looking. And UV
Evading
lasers.
hostiles.
That could be useful too, I think. Defense platform hull points. Oh. Oh, I want it. Okay, we'll do it.
Construction online.
I forget, with this type of game, there's going to be a point where you'll have the most power in the galaxy. Yeah, pretty much. Once I get things actually set up and going. There's still a good amount of work I'll have to do, though. Alright, let's build that up, and then I have to kind of start getting things going here, too.
System scan complete.
Also, I can build a star hold now, which would be useful. Oh, where do I want to build that at, though? I should probably build it here so I can start to do a couple anchorages. That'll expand our fleet capacity. Because we do really need that as well.
New technology discovered. Construction online.
Alright, so that's for defensive war. We'll do that, I think. Eventually get a Paradise Dome going. Also, while we have a moment here, let's actually look at... Oh, look. Space Dwarves. We are delighted to meet you, Sutharians. What are you, anyways? Authoritarian and fanatic militarist. Lovely. At least you're not a xenophobe, though. Yeah, I should probably be checking every once in a while to see if I get any scientists that have a psionic ability to them. So these guys are egalitarian and fanatic militarists. It's America! Fanatic militarist and egalitarian. Oh, and they close borders to us. Oh well. Well, looking at the borders, we're probably on the smaller scale.
Technology discovered.
The main thing that we can hope for is that we'll get our technology going decently enough. 124, 45? What is going on here? Why are you so confused?
System surveyed. Research vessel needs assistance.
Oh dear, we have encountered some kind of vast entity near Zoltar's Maw. It appears to exist only partially inside our own universe, with the bulk of the creatures still trapped in whatever nightmarish realm it spawned from. There is malevolent intelligence at work here, ancient beyond our concept of time and utterly alien in its design. We can only guess as to its purpose.
Evading hostiles.
Alright, is that at... Yes, so that is here at Zoltar's Maw. The dimensional horror. Ooh. Are there different types of wormholes? I think overall it's just... A wormhole is pretty much just something that connects to another location one way or another. I don't think there's really different types beyond just the wormhole and the gateway sort of thing. Because it used to be in old Stellaris that you had a wormhole tech FTL, faster than light drive. So you'd set up a wormhole thing and it would have an area of a few systems that you could go to FTL in. We can all be wormholes. I hope not, Gavin. Also, while we have a moment, let's check and see what we have here. A few options of places to inhabit. And what does that tomb world have again as well?
Construction online.
Not too much in the way of terrain. A lot of physics research here, though, which could be very good. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Don't limit yourself, newbie. Well, I have no intention of being a wormhole. The question is not can you be, it is only do you want to be. Not today. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire, the Prosnakar Interstellar Coalition. So these guys are fanatic materialists, and they are also xenophiles. Well, hopefully they'll get along with us. No guarantee, but it could happen. Oh, they have that little... They're pathetic. Well, that's not good.
Construction online. Construction online.
Curator research aid. Oh, nice. Gives us an option to continue our research aid instead of just dropping it like it used to. Yeah, I think I will. I know it's going to take us really low on what we have, but if we can get a power plant going here, we might do all right.
Establishing colony.
I'm I'm so happy you are doing Stellaris. Will this be the new Thursdays? Yes, yes it will. So we'll be doing the Stellaris campaign every Thursday to take over from Warzone 2100. At least for definitely the good future, so. Or however long it takes me to actually make it through this whole galaxy, or until I'm defeated in an utter mess.
Construction online.
Alright, so Onyx Station, I said I was going to upgrade you. You're almost ready to go here. Alright, let's start work on you now. Still gotta build up here, though. One bad thing about this update that I'll say is, I think because originally in Stellaris, when you built a mining station on a place that had energy, it cost upkeep like it does now. Then I thought that for a while it said it didn't cost upkeep on stations that just did power, and now it's doing it costs upkeep again. So a place that has 2 energy, you really only get 1 energy.
New technology
Oh boy, this will be a long playthrough. I hope you had a good day. Baby instead of newbie. And yeah, YouTube didn't like that. Doesn't like you saying the S word apparently. Or shit. Shit. I can say it all I want now. My channel ain't monetized anymore. Take that, YouTube. Or maybe it said that for fuck too. It could have been fuck as well. Alright. Let's see. This place. Oh yeah, I should have a good enough. Also, I just realized I lost a science ship somewhere along the way. Was it from the Dimensional Horror? Well, we can do a list of swear words. It's possible, I suppose. Alright, Paradise Dome now. Although I think those are like really expensive, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see, what does the Paradise Dome do? So it costs 2 upkeep, does 4 food and 2 unity. So the hydroponics farm does 3 food right now. I think I can only do 1 per planet, right? Yes, planet unique. So once I get some better energy going here, I'll probably be able to work on that a little. Also, no wonder my energy is so bad. I don't have any level 2 power plants, so that's probably something I need to work on. While conducting surface scans of Mintaka 2, Science Officer Kobanox and the crew of the ISS Dinorzo discovered what appears to be an artificially carved slab of rock, covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet. Exactly how this mural came to be is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate it.
Situation log updated.
Well, to translate it, I guess I need to have my guy there. Oh, no, I need to have my guy here. So actually, you go do that, and then you go do that.
Construction online.
Alright, so I really don't need those
technology
factories
discovered.
anymore. So we're just gonna demolish them. Because those don't do anything for us. It'd be nice if demolishing them actually gave us something, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Ion disruptors now. Or I could do the fusion reactor.
Online.
We'll do the ion disruptor. I request that we have one of the scientists named Mufasa and a general named Sadney's. Well, I don't have any generals yet,
Research project
because I
concluded.
haven't had need for them, but a scientist named Mufasa, I think we could do that. Let's see. Let's go in. What's this? Edict expired? Oh, my edicts have expired here. Well, let's do capacity overload and production targets. Yes. Alright. So let's look at our leaders selection again. Oh, we got this guy from somewhere. Unless that was the guy that I had going about doing whatever. Voidcraft. Or Statecraft. Let's do this guy. And Mufasa.
When the aliens go to war, we observe.
Alright, so a Voidcraft guy, where would he best go at? I want to say probably here. Yeah, I think Voidcraft, like hangars and that sort of thing, come from there. Ooh, a Sacred Nexus. Increases Unity output, as well as Spiritualist Ethics Attraction. Ooh, Starbase Capacity. I think I need that. Yeah, we'll do that.
Research project concluded.
Archaeological project completed. After analyzing the debris left behind from the ancient battle fought above Foy 1, we have learned that 4 alien empires contemporary with the Cybrex pooled their forces together in a desperate attempt to halt the advancing fleets of the machine consciousness. Judging by the small amounts of Cybrex debris that was produced by the battle, they were not successful. Also, I'm noticing that my food is going down again. Upgrade that, and upgrade this. Oh yeah, I have this now. So let's do the anchorages here.
Construction online.
So the Spyran Free Warriors are looking for tribute again. We can give them energy, or that, or, well, food as well, but I don't have that much food. You'll get nothing from us, scum.
Construction online.
Now they're probably going to come and attack me. But they have a lot of people to go through to get to me, so haha, take that. I hope anyways. Okay, it's time to start to purge these guys. Purge this one. Because I need to make room.
Online.
The guys who like aliens won't like it, but you know what's too bad.
Construction online.
226409. So that's still a little ways off before that guy's purged. Hopefully we don't run into any issues. Okay, let's build up that star hold there. Start work on our defensive buildings here.
Construction online.
Oh yeah, you go back to assisting research. Excuse me. Let's see. I think I can build another science ship here. Try and do some more exploring and that sort of thing. Alright. Yes, do extend the research aid. Because that's definitely helping us as far as what we can do here. The one good thing about having just a small area here is we're able to do research a bit better. Because we only have a 30% increase to our research costs. So. Yeah, it's per systems and planets now instead of per pops like I think it was before. Is it similar with Unity, or is Unity based on population now? Traditions, systems, colonies. So yeah, population itself doesn't seem to hurt you anymore as far as research or Unity or anything like that. Alright, let's do that Paradise Dome there. You know what? Let's purge these guys too. Sorry, Xeno Justice guys. Conclave of the Sacrosanct Troops. Empty shells. Allowing for the replacement of organic life with robotic workers will displease the Conclave. Oh, so they don't like it. Oh well. Too bad. I haven't even built any, of those guys yet, though. Alright, do we want plasma throwers or do we want X-rays? Well, let's start some plasma throwers, I think. That could be pretty useful, I think, for our corvettes.
Construction online.
Alright, so gun battery. Yes. And missile battery.
New technology discovered.
Fleet command limit, yes. Increase that. And then we can do this. Now, what else do we have? We have enigmatic engineering. Increases sensor range. And our technology and engineering is too arcane for others to reverse engineer. I don't know how useful that is when it's going up against AI. If the AI does a lot of reverse engineering or not. Now there's this nihilistic acquisition. The notion of self-determination cannot be a moral absolute. Holistic goals clearly outweigh individual concerns. Unlocks the raiding bombardment stance, which in turn allows us to abduct pops from besieged planets and resettle them to our own worlds. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. What else do we want to do?
Construction online.
We can increase unity, as well as our ethics attraction. Starbase influence costs. I think that we're going to do the Imperial Prerogative. Increases our core sector systems. That way we can take this world here, probably.
technology discovered.
Are you going to be a slaver in this playthrough, or what kind of playthrough are you trying to do? I'm thinking that my general plan is going to be to subjugate probably some of these guys that I go to war with, and then from there integrate them, turn them into a sector, and spread the spiritualist ethic through each force that I take over. That's sort of my general idea that I have for these guys. Unfortunately, for it to work properly, I'm going to have to definitely have some good places set up properly, or
construction online.
not good places set up properly. What was I trying to say here? That sounds like work. You know. Yes, it is. Oh, did those guys finally decide to show up? Apparently they did. What are they going to do then? Moving to the Mythar system. No, not my fleet. Flee, fleet, flee. They're probably going to attack the planet, I think. Oh well.
Station under attack. Construction ship lost. Mining station lost.
Yep, they're going to attack there. Well, let's see. I would have had to give them 500. They're attacking here, and what do they get from this?
Building destroyed.
So they still ended up... Oh, so they took 500 energy credits, minerals, and 50 food. So ultimately, probably the best bet is just
technology discovered.
End up paying them the tribute until you're strong enough to actually go against them. Well, fudge. Did I lose my construction ship? I think I did.
Construction online.
They get your pride. Yes. Yes, they did harm my pride there.
New technology discovered.
Let's see. Plasma accelerate. Oh, power plant 2. Yes. I do need that. Very much need that. Come on, power plant 2. Oh, I was wondering why I was taking so much more, or losing so much more energy now. Because those guys weren't at the little place there for the crew quarters. Bro, we need an attack plan. No one messes with newbie like that. I say we go balls out, straight for their homeworld. Like World War II, they bomb Pearl Harbor. We bomb Tokyo. Well, that would work, except for that these guys don't really have a homeworld. They are pirates, so they have this whole area here, but I think they just have like ships and that sort of thing. But they have a lot of ships, I think. So yeah, we're not ready to deal with them yet, unfortunately. But believe me, bro, I understand. I want to get back at him as much as you do. Oh, this is new. Declare Saint. This edict will bestow sainthood upon a deceased individual who led a particularly pious life, creating a new unifying symbol. Lasts 12 years and 6 months, and increases unity production
Construction online.
by 15%. Well, let's see, 10% is 3, so it's like by 4. Maybe? I don't know. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let me change a policy as far as our food goes. Let's go to balanced. That way we can give those guys food. Well, now I sound stupid. Pirates, they aren't even an organized civilization. Never mind, they are fine. Well, I will go after them eventually. It's just, for the time being, we have to accept that they are where they are.
Colony founded.
Oh, I can't extend my deal because I don't have enough food. Sorry, curator guys.
New technology discovered. System surveyed.
Alright, what else do we want to research here? We have this energy weapon
Has
damage.
broken out.
Ooh, ion thrusters. Well, we'll do the Corvette hull points, I think. And while I have a moment, let's review all our stuff here.
Construction online. Construction online. New technology discovered. System surveyed.
Actually, I think I said I was going to do all plasma throws with these guys, so we'll do that instead. Okay, update our fleet. We're currently at 1.4k power. Let's see where it goes from there. And let's do domination here, because that'll eventually get us to be able to demand vassalization. Oh, relative power is greater than or equal to superior. So I can't do a subjugation war until I'm stronger than they are. Well, fudge. I think in later streams I am going to start posting random quotes from famous people. I feel like that might be fun.
System scan complete.
That could be interesting. Spirant fleet that vowed to raid our space has been destroyed as a result of a fleet action in the full Dora system. No survivors have been reported found amongst the debris. Well, we didn't get the chance to do it ourselves, but someone else took out that fleet that raided us, so hooray!
New technology discovered. Fleet upgraded. System scan complete.
Ooh, look at all those minerals there. And there too. That's a lot of minerals. You know what? We're gonna do that, and we're gonna build some robots here. Build a robot there. And put you there. And build a robot here. Once we get enough minerals for it. Oh, look at all these guys who've shown up and they're like doing nothing here. Oh, right. What do we want to do with you guys? You're gonna do a temple. You could probably do another power plant. Falling behind on setting all my guys to work. It's not a good thing.
System surveyed. New technology discovered.
Ooh, starbase building build cost and module build cost. Oh yes, I want it. Oh wait, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. That's probably just the add-ons and not
Construction online.
Not the actual cost of like upgrading a starbase, unfortunately, probably. If it was, that would have been really awesome. Following a long period of growing support for the Applejack Future Vanguard, the Free Applejack Mandate has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. They've become more outwardly xenophobic. Oh, I don't even know who those guys are, so... Not my concern.
System surveyed. New technology discovered.
I think I want that FTL inhibitor. Because that's... Let's see. Planets with at least one stronghold.
Construction online.
Starbase FTL inhibitor.
Construction online.
So hopefully that will let me stop any forces coming by here. So we won't get raided again.
System scan complete.
Alright, let's see, put you there. Nope, 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 nope. Build pop, yes. Build a mining network. And I'll build a gene clinic there, I think. Alright folks, well we're approaching the end of the stream here for today. Yeah, we got our little section here.
System charted.
Had to sneeze. Had to mute it for a moment to sneeze. Okay, so yeah, we have our little gray advance here, our little section of the galaxy, surrounded by a whole lot of other forces. The Jahatma here, oh great, they're overwhelming now. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we have a lot of things that we need to do to expand ourselves out. We'll see how things go in the next stream, though. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like on the stream, as always. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. If there's anything you see me doing that I could be doing better, leave a comment on the video for this stream, and I'll look at it and see what I can do on the next stream next Thursday. So, alright folks, see you in the next episode.